1.5 years old yogi, and I study environment, that is my subject. Mother has told me, has given me this name. She called me always Dr. Hamid. I am the Dr. Hamid. I study in Vienna. And at this time, I was the chief from a very big company. And I have had several possibilities to make different experiment plans. It was 6, 7 other experiments coming in our company. And suddenly I come with this idea, why if the vibration working in my body, it can happen, it can work on a plant, like this. Plant is alive, the same dark, the same path what we have. They are only dependent how we see the plant. As it come, this idea in my head, I felt very strange things. I didn't know at this time what the vibration changing, vibration good, bad, I didn't know about it. But I felt very, very confident to do something. Today, I have 2 brothers here. They are young as I am, and they are taken a little bit more than I. I am speaking to you today, the scientific part of the vibration, and my brother here, my other brother, they would explain you a little bit more than I could. The vibration, you know the Masaru Emoto. Masaru Emoto is a Japanese scientist. He made a very, very good experiment. He pointed out if we are playing music in front of water and frozen it, and water make a special different crystal. He did in this particular thing, this is a lot of experiment. And I come that is what is working actually, if it's the music working in water, what is happening there? The music make a wave. The wave is coming from the instrument to the plant, to the water. Water according to that reacting and making another crystal. That is the same thing is in what I am now talking, that is the water transporting the vibration from the music instrument in the water. Water is the transporter and water is the doer. The same thing is now. I am speaking, you are hearing. The element ether, the second element ether transporting my wave of my speaking to you, to your ear, you can hear me, except that the same TV, we switch the microphone and you speak, everybody sees you speaking, but we don't hear. If it's the element ether wasn't there, you wouldn't be able to hear it. That is another part of, again, vibration. Then coming in element, second element, taking the vibration, taking this and bringing you. The third part of we go a little bit further. If we have seen at the talk of Sunday, Sri Mataji, when speaking, has told one sentence, maybe most of us not understanding that. She told them this is the stone and Sri Krishna. She showed us things on here, black, brown and black thing, okay? For what? And they asked her, they are all the things that sit in our body, absorbing our vibration, the same as battery. If we take that away, when they are emitting our vibration, then somewhere else. Every single person, from us, if we are meditating or not meditating, we are emitting some vibration around us. The scientific part is that in 3 meter, 3.5 meter, till 5 meter my vibrations and so on around you. Everybody emitting that. We are noticing it in our meditation. In the morning, if we are coming to meditation, everybody's attention is there and there and there and there. Suddenly, everybody felt in oneness. Everybody felt silence inside. What is that? My vibration is there, is joining his vibration, joining his. Then suddenly there's one vibration circulating in the whole. On this circulation, this vibration, making us silence inside, making us calm. What's happening in my body? I am calm. Well, how am I feel the vibration flowing in my body? This is in our body is a very big factory is our body. As soon as the vibration changing, our body is saying chemical in our body, changing another, and producing something that we are getting happy, that we are feeling that we are feeling very calm, that we are feeling satisfied. All these things happening because our chemistry in our body changing. Now, we take these things in other living things. This is a plant. Let me tell you another sentences with this stone what Sri Mataji has shown. The stone is the Mother Earth. That is the third element working. Element water, I told you. Element air, I told you. Element ether, I told you. And the stones in the neck of our mother is working the same thing. But Mother Earth has the capacity to absorb the vibration, and in the moment we need it to keep the vibration. That is absorbing from us, everyone, and to give us. And if we need, we take and we give. That is the part. 1988 was a conference in India. Sri Mataji had asked me to talk, there was a lot of journalists there, to talk about influence vibrated water to plant. You know, a human, you can speak, a doctor, the medicine doctor, he can ask you, what is wrong with you, tell us, I have headache, or I have this, or that, and that. And according to that, what we are explaining, according to his understanding, they give you a recipe. But the plant can't explain to me. I have developed, every single person is working with the plant, and they have to develop a certain amount of understanding in the vibration level that the person can understand how the vibration working in the plant. That is because you can't, the plant can't talk to me. I have this, I need this, or give me that, or give me this. Okay? That is the main part of the main difficulty. What we have to explain it, what we have to test out, what we have to. Because the plant, you have to have some sort of understanding the plant, and according to this understanding, you are working at the plant. that if you're, I tell you, I have a couple of bees in my house before I go there. The bee is a very wild animal. If my vibration is okay, they don't bite me. If my vibration is not okay, immediately they are crossing around me. You are not okay, go back. We don't want you. I experiment vibration several times in the different animals, different living things. And I found this plant is the best possibility to show somebody what the vibration is. Vibration as a water vibrator happening three things happening. If the vibrated water go in the plant itself, the same in my body, we have the different chemical as we are getting meditation, as we are getting silence, as we are going deep in meditation. The same thing happening in the plant. Plant with the vibrated water developing another chemistry. When this chemistry is and make it possible in the root and different possibility. This different possibility go in the earth and divided the earth element so the mineral easy available to the plant. That is the moment. That is the things what the plant is. The mineral is very easy to take. And if I eat too much on the everyday very good thing, and slowly I get to the big tummy. And by the plant is that they are eating not very easily, they are taken very easily mineral, and that makes them rapidly grow, rapidly bigger food, big flowers, bigger other things what we know about it. The second part of it is that the vibrated water, what we vibrate and give in a plant. The second part is the vibrated water, vibration itself, the analyzing the Mother Earth element. So then the mineral is very easy available with the plant is to take it. That is the second part of that. That influence vibrated water in a plant. The third part is that two together. The water one side and the plant itself the other side. The more the plant is get the vibrated water vibration from the water, and the more is that the easier is that take the element from the earth. And that is the foundation, that is the reason the plant is growing better than other one. That is how the vibration that I told you, I am speaking, you hearing. I am producing the wave, and you are hearing. If I don't speak, you can't hear her also. In the vibration as a water is the same thing. It has to be a source that make the vibration constantly, that make the vibration. And except that, one time is the plant has when something is there, we give you something, some good food there, plant, and next time it's hungry. That is the same thing can happen to us, but the plant is how we make the vibration flowing constantly. Then in the vibrated water, how we make it. That is the main part of it. Also, at the field, I heard Three possibilities. I did myself, the first experiment I did myself, I take a ring, the Sri Mataji has given me one time the ring, and Sri Mataji's photo was on it. This is the same ring. Ring is material is from Mother Earth. That is an absorbing, I explained you beforehand. Absorbing vibration is no problem for the ring. But what is the motor from that is the producing constantly vibration is the photo from Sri Mataji. The photo from Sri Mataji, the constantly the vibration coming in the ring, and through the ring, the water flowing everywhere. Okay, that is the main part of the vibration. Noeli, that is my last sentences, and my brother or sister has to talk. Noeli, I heard one of the countries they called me that we are doing very good. We are doing very good research with the vibrated water. But we don't take the vibrated water, we do a little bit other. I write them how you do it. We are taking a cassette and putting in the Sri Mataji speaking in the field, and then Sri Mataji is on the front speaking. I haven't done that, I don't know that. They give me this reserve. I don't know how that's working, I must be honest about it, but I found it, why not? If I am looking at it, I am hearing Sri Mataji, my vibration changing, my attention changing, my meditation changing, why not? Why not the plant? Why? Is it any question that plant doesn't do the same thing what I am doing? I didn't find, I laughed on it. I said, it is a lot of things, I mustn't know everything. That is your time is done to do the rest. That is the foundation. That is first time at the world, all the world. At the world, first time is we are using Mother Earth itself without any chemical, without adding anything, without making our environment kaput. Then we are producing the food, we are producing the flowers, we are producing vegetables, all of them without any type of the chemical, beyond. Okay? And that thing is done. The second thing is, this vibration thing, nobody knows. Maybe in a couple of years, the science is interesting then, and then we will find a lot of things which Mother Earth can give us.
Thank you, Uncle Abi. So he is really first-hand experience with Shivadaji about researching what vibration do in our elements. He explained very well. Before introducing the second guest we have tonight, Yug, I would just a little bit explain. I'm not like them. I'm a photographer, and I enjoy to do farming and gardening with a group of people. Sunny is here. If you remember the green team, we were. No, it's fine. Yes, it's fine. We were putting attention on Mother Earth, and we start something in a way that sometimes we have to start. And we start doing gardening here, and we start doing gardening as per our understanding, which was, okay, let's put Shivadaji's photo there, let's vibrate. We were vibrating our stuff, our seeds and our plants with a spray like this. And we thought it was working. Actually, it was kind of working, but not very successfully. But we went on, and we tried again. And the only point is that we did it here for many years. And at the end, I was quite struggling because I live in Cabella, so we are producing a garden for the children of the school. That's why you need to do something here. But this year I was really struggling. I was not able to follow up anymore with this project because I hope that there is some young boy here or girl, but no young people are interested in agriculture or farming or doing something with Mother Earth.
That's another one.
Yes, and I was alone, and also I was quite frustrated myself and quite okay. I say, Shimadaji, please, I give up. I can't follow anymore. Someone else will come and will follow up. I'm not able anymore. I want to give up. If you don't send me any help, I will give up. And the next day, this man came. Say, are you Mr. Ezio? Yes. I'm Hugh. I can't believe you. It's the famous Hugh that has been trained by Shimadaji 10 years ago to go to Pakistan, and she taught him exactly what Uncle was saying, how to work with vibrated water on seeds, what happened to the seeds. He stayed there 1 year. And we in the green team, we were looking for him since 10 years. How long you are not in Cabella? 10 years maybe? So, and he came just when I was giving up. So, I'm now very happy to give the word to him. He's very knowledgeable. Both are very knowledgeable. We are just simple, beginners, but humbly try to do what they have already experimented. But what I want to say, never give up. Because when you feel that it's too much, you ask the help of Shimadaji, and she will help you, and she will send you the right person that is needed. What is happening here, just to conclude this few words, is that we are networking these people, and there are other people around the world, and we hope that here in Cabella we can implement some kind of... here Shimadaji wanted to do the World Center, and the reason why you all are here from so many different countries, it's because here we networking, and we spread in all our country whatever we see here, in puja, in meditation, and also in these things. And what he said already, and what he will be going to say, really is healing the planet. We are the hope. Shimadaji gave us the way to save the planet. She saved ourselves, we can save other people, and together we can save the planet. This is not something little, this is very big. And only we can do it. We can't expect Monsanto or Bayer or these people save the planet. We need to save this planet which is suffering, as Uncle said. And we have everything because Shimadaji gave us everything. She trained directly, personally people. And now is the moment to put it in place. And here is the place. I pass the word to Uncle Luke.
Thanks for that, Ezio. We're all learning, we never stop. I don't think there's anybody. So we've got to just keep going and keep learning because it's a growing process. We're dealing with nature, everything's different. Things will change. And what happened to me was one day I was just at home and the telephone rang and I picked it up and it was Shimadaji. And this is, and I was in New Zealand, way down under. And she said, are you coming to Pakistan? No, I didn't know anything about it. And I said, I'm working, Mother. And she said, so you're not coming to Pakistan? I said, no, I'm coming. and so that's how I really, but what had happened previous to that was that Shimadaji had been in New Zealand and Australia, and I've always been interested in gardening and growing seeds and things, and so I showed her the seeds that we vibrated and that we'd done with vibrated water and things, so from that she said she wanted to, Shimadaji said to go to Hong Kong because I was doing seed production for companies outside Sahaj and get some contracts and then come to Pakistan. And so we got on a plane and we went to Hong Kong and we saw that because this is pre-China days, this is when Hong Kong was the brokers in Hong Kong controlled all the inflow and outflow in China, and they knew me, and so they said, "I'll give you a contract, but we've never had any seed out of India," because they said that what happens is that they send the seed there and it never comes back. So we got 2 contracts, and Alex looked after us while we were there, and we had some really nice, programs and things. And then we went to India, and it wasn't straightforward. We basically came into Pune, and Shimoji wasn't there. She was coming, and Yogi Mahajan was looking after us, and he took me up and said, "Oh, you've got Sherry," and I'd been to Sherry on India tours and things. And so we just started working away at the land, and Shimoji came, and she said she was very definite about how to put the water on. She wanted to get as much water as she could down to the roots of the plant. So she said it's really important. So when I came to Ezio here in Cabella, I said to him, "You got to get the roots, the water down to the roots," and he was spraying his can there, and so I went down to. I grabbed a container, a 25-litre container, and lugged it down to the river, and then lugged it back again, and got the photo of Shimaji out of the little box, and Ezio was holding it, and we were pouring the water over the photo, and it was going over all the plants, and he just...
It was like a puja.
Yeah, it was like a picture, and he said, "Oh, I didn't realise that we had to get so much water on." so obviously this is a really important aspect, because Shimoji labelled it with me a number of times, and it's also about having water going on through the irrigation system. If it's going to be dry, that's vibrated as well. It's not just doing it once and everything is okay. You've got to keep putting it on if you can, and that all you need to do is put a pendant, a glass pendant in the pipe. You can put a filter, and the pendant will sit in the filter, and then all the water going through the pipe will be vibrated. And that's what's down in the garden. So you're welcome to go down to the garden and have a look at what we're doing. We had quite a few people down there the other day from Kalachahari and different places, and again, it was this, people didn't realise how you had to set up the beds so they really got the vibrated water into the roots of the plants with drip irrigation or a similar thing. The thing that in India was that we were working out at Prakistan, and I went through the monsoons, and I went through the pipes not being fixed in irrigation. So when we turned the irrigation on, all the water came out of the ground, and we had fountains everywhere. So there was all these dramas, and then even to get the tractor diesel, you had to get on the truck with a 44-gallon drum and go into Pune, fill it up and come back, get it off the bus and get it onto the ground and get it into the tractor. So it was a workout, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. I had great people to work with Indians, and Sharma was the guy that Shimoji said to work with me, and we just did what we did a lot of work with trying to get a photo set up on the pump, because it was in a river and things, and we sort of got to the stage where we were struggling, and I said, "Oh, we'll just put it in a plastic cover and stick it in there." And so anyway, we got back to Pakistan, and Mother was there, and Shama said, "Oh, we put it in a plastic cover and put it in the pump." And she goes, "It'll never work." and she said, "Because it's a man-made product, plastic," and she said, "It's not natural and it won't work." And so you think you're doing the right thing, but Shimaji through her blessings shows you how to do it. And so that's where we came up with the glass pendant. So we were really conscious a little bit about not having plastic colours and things on the pendants and having plastic anywhere near the water, or the photos of Shimaji, which everybody probably knows, but I didn't have time. so we also, grew these seed crops, so we were there for a full year. I really think the whole experience was to work out things I had on board, and along the way I did some work with seed and water, but I've kept it going ever since. Like my background's in horticulture, and we've been involved with it for over 40 years. So we've found over the years that by growing a crop and then harvesting the seed and then taking that seed and planting it and growing it again with vibrated water, and do that over a number of generations, that you can increase the vibrations of the crop, of the seed that you've got. And it's really important not to get caught up in the seed thing. You've got to, Shimaji again really laboured it with us about using only open pollinated seed. So heritage seed, these types of things, not hybrids, not GMOs or anything like that. Like, they're all no-go zones as far as the vibrated water goes. Because if you look at it, like, we're all totally different, and so we survive, but we all do it in different ways in our bodies. Like, we're all genetically different. And it's the same in the seed. Like, you've got hundreds of different genotypes in an open pollinated seed. And so she really wanted us to use open pollinated seed. And if you use open pollinated seed and then grow it over a number of years, just keep growing the seed, the seed will get stronger and stronger, and the yields and the size of the plant and things like that really increase. And it's not about, I don't think it's about production, I think it's about us. It's about us as individuals and collectively. Because, you can have dualists by yourself, but it's never as good as when you're doing it with other people. And if you're doing it with other people in a collective manner, and the outcomes for children to have vibrated food, I mean, that's, to me, really what we want to achieve. And we can also start seed banks in Northern Hemisphere countries and in Southern Hemisphere countries, so that we can swap the seeds, so we can get two seed productions in 1 year. So these are visions that I think we're all on board with, and it's really about trying to implement them, because everything takes time and everything's got to be worked in it. But the desire's there. I think that we really need to be focusing a lot more on this, because we've got the best thing in town. There's nobody close to it, and it is, as you say, the planet needs vibrations and it needs saving. And it's not about us saving, it's about us saving ourselves, but also it's about what we are vibrationally is so important. And when I say that, I mean that we have to have the respect. So there's a talk by Shimaji on this, about the fragrance of flowers and the fragrance of the earth, and how we should actually look at the earth and to give you a synopsis, it's Shimaji's talking about when she comes to Cabella, she thinks about how she can make it look more beautiful. What does it need to make it look, make the land look more beautiful, and to help increase the aesthetics of the area, and what needs to be changed. And she said you need to look at the earth like that. You need to look at it as from that aesthetic point of view. You know, we're great with bulldozers and concrete and putting up towers and things like that, but we're not great at actually implementing the beauty of the land and enhancing the beauty of that land. And that's number one. Number two is that we all need to be collective, and this is why we really wanted to get this off the ground internationally, because there's people in China who've got a farm in Guangzhou. They're doing a garden in a area that's for the public. So there's a public garden done on Sahaj principles, vibrated water. You know, and it's obviously here in Cabella we're doing the vegetable garden, and we're going tonight to talk to some farmers about it, what we're doing. There's a farm in Belgium where they're doing, not quite, I don't know what they're doing exactly, but there's a farm in Belgium. and then there's also, you know, there's Kalajahari. They've got a great, you know, there's people there that are fired up to do, you know, like the England as well, and then Australia we run sheep and grow fruit in Hiawatha, which is 180 acres in south of Melbourne, 3-hour drive for Puja, and it's a fantastic piece of land. And Shimaji chose these country properties in Australia when she was here. So she said, I understand that she said that we needed a country property in every state so that you could meditate, because you can't meditate fully in the city. And she said also that it's going to come to the stage where people will be coming out, you won't be able to cope with the number of people that are coming, they'll be coming out of the bush. So it's but these country properties are a lot, I mean, they've sat in Kalajahari as well, they've sat there, and there's been a quiet sort of doing raised beds, gardens and things, but we really want to help them to get to the next stage so that we can get this more spread through Sahaj Yoga, because even in your own homes, you know, we started in New Zealand just, you know, in people's gardens. Like, we didn't have any land, we had an ashram in the middle of town. And so we just used to save the seed from you know, the crops over time and the veggie beds, and people grew, you know, everybody had pendants in their watering systems or their hoses, and you'll find the vibrations will come up. You know, yesterday I came to the roots thing here, and it was fantastic because, again, it's bhakti, it's helping us to do the worship of Shimaji in the right way and get down and do Namaste guards correctly, and not, as she said, you don't do your windscreen wipers. And so, you know, I think these are the things that we need to be really taking on board, because if we've got the bhakti, then that will permeate out into the environment. And I've also went down in the morning because I'm always interested to see, you know, what happens. And so this morning I got up early and went down to the veggie garden down here, and I tried out, like I'd obviously done the course that they had here, and I did the course things that we learned down, you know, I did the course things we learned down at the veggie garden, and I'm not joking, like the vibrations were 10 times stronger. And it was just amazing. I just fell over. And it's because our contact with nature, that's, you know, the more we're in contact with nature, like even though we're in the hangar and everything else is a big concrete floor, you know, we're not sitting on the ground, we're not sitting in nature. When you're sitting down there in the early morning in the sun and it's not hot and you're just meditating, the vibrations are just massive. And it's because we're putting vibrated water on every day on the plants, you know, it's the vibrations that we're using, and so we really need to, in our own homes, I sort of feel this, and I've got nothing to back this up, but my gut feeling is that if we start putting vibrated water on our own homes, firstly we'll feel much more happier, and we'll also lift the vibrations of the county where we're living, and then perhaps people will come more to program. So, you know, we've got to use the nature, like in the roots thing, they said you can control the weather, you know, like, well, yes, you can, but we can also make more vibrations by getting the water into the ground. And, you know, I used to go around and do all the churches and things. It's just, you know, the birds run away, you know, like, you've got to just use a little bit of this sometimes about how you apply things and things to really get benefits. And I mean, everybody has the ability, and we're here to help. And if you've got any ideas or anything that you want to suggest or you're not happy with or whatever, just tell us, because we'll fix it up and help you. And that's really what I feel the next step is from where we are now. Like Uncle Henry, he's done all this work on identification of you know what's happening and things, and we also have people where I'd just be interested in your comments on this, where I understand that they did a test and they found that the bond angle between the hydrogen and the oxygen was 2 degrees difference. I'll let you talk about it.
The natural water has two elements, that is oxygen and another is that hydrogen. Hydrogen has one protein, one, and oxygen has 8. From one electron from hydrogen joined together one side, one electron from one other hydrogen atom joined together, making an angle 104 degree, 0.45. This degree is just very normally very stable. But in a case, the vibration influenced it, and this degree beginning the same our body, the same our vibrations, and beginning to flow into our body, we feel it, and the Kundalini is there coming out. We feel it here, isn't, and everybody is a little bit out, but everybody feel it. Except that you wouldn't sit here and hear me. And the same thing is that by the vibrated water, and in front of the root, on this angle beginning to calculate, and beginning to bigger and smaller, that is what I have told you, that has the capacity to solve a lot of mineral in the water, and to make them available, the root can take it easily. That's what I have explained to you before, at the beginning, at the end of the thing.
Thank you. And this is really revolutionary. This is completely revolutionary, because the problem in agriculture is that because the roots cannot absorb the minerals in the earth around the roots. It's a big problem. They put chemical, they put something that called fertilizer just to help this process. And if this happens with vibrated water, the roots can absorb so many minerals. And it's not double, it's 100 times better, minimum 100 times better. And vegetal, in the industrial agriculture, they give 3 minerals, P, K, N. And they saw that with this only 3 minerals, the veg grows a lot, especially with nitrogen.
Every time nitrogen.
Nitrogen can triple the size of the veg. But they are not natural at all. Because naturally, any veg maybe needs 25 minerals, and they are not available. They can be a little bit far. In this way, if they are there, they are available to the roots. And this make vegetables not only big, I don't want to say big, but they are natural because they have been fed by all the minerals that they need, that they want. So it means that you eat food which is natural, not organic or whatever you call it, doesn't matter. Because also organic agriculture, they feed with more nitrogen, also if it is organic instead of being chemical, but you are pumping up the veg without having real organoleptic qualities. But in this case, these veg are fully of minerals. And they are really what God sent us in this planet, in their birth. So, just to conclude, because they gave us 1 hour, it's already passed, I will just remind a little bit. If there is any question, please, I would request also if someone wants to be in touch with this group, you can leave to Auntie Sandy. Can you raise up, Auntie? She has prepared here a sheet of paper and a pen. You can write your email address, your contact, and we will contact you to keep you in contact about this. But I wanted just to close with a little quote of Mother that she had here in Cabella 97. She had in this place, exactly, Ganesha Puja. It was about Mother Earth. And then she said exactly what you said before. Every time I'm here, I have taught how to improve this place, how to improve this soil, which is barren. Actually, the soil here is not very rich. It's quite, it's not. And then she say, stop a moment, and then she say, if you're innocent, if there is no greed, if there is no competition, and if there is no attachment, she gave the recipes, these 4 things. Innocence, no greed, no competition, and no attachment, you will enjoy the beauty of your creation and of the creation. So, she saw the problem, she gave us the solution. And this solution is not only for agriculture. Think about it. This solution is for everything. And exactly 10 years later, 2007, again here, 2007, she was not speaking so much at that time. At that time when she spoke, we were all happy to hear again her voice. And she talked about the fragrance of the flower, you remember. She said here in Western country, the flower has no fragrance. In India they have fragrance, but here they don't have fragrance. But if you change people, you can bring fragrance to the soil, and to the rose, and to the flower, and to the veg. So as has been said here, scientifically and empirically, we have to change. If we change, we can change everything. We can change other people, we can change the nature, we can change the soil. And we have just to conclude something to show you, because with Hugh, we went up to, we have an orchard there, and we planted some very little bit unsuccessfully tree fruits there that have been eaten by the animals several times. So they are kind of strange trees, but they are still surviving. And we plant around that. This plant, which is coming from India, is called Kush in India, and in Italy, in Western countries, called vetiver. Vetiver is a grass. And the most important thing of vetiver is the roots, because with the roots of vetiver, they do perfume. The vetiver perfume is the base of every perfume. And Kush perfume, if we go to India, we know what Kush perfume is. We all buy Kush perfume because we like it. It's the most liked by Sri Ganesha. So, I would like you to show you. First thing, we chop all the leaves, and this has been done the 15th of August. And this is the leaves. Can you show the leaves chopped? Yeah. Okay, the level of the leaves chopped is this one. And then we start pouring the vibrated water. And this is what has grown up in 10 days. I don't know any vegetable that in 10 days can grow out like this. This is only vibrated water. That's we just take out one of them to bring you here and to show you what's exactly what we were saying. It's not a theory. It's something that we all can do it in our garden, and it works.
I just wanted to say one thing on closing. We were on an India tour, and I can't remember which one it was, but Shimarji took us to an area that was like concrete, but it had stones like more than here. Like it had stones all over it, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning. We all fell out of the bus, and we sat on the ground, and she said, "We've got to vibrate this ground. It's going to be a farm tomorrow." and my agricultural side kicked in, and I thought, well, that won't happen. And I came back 2 years later when I went to India, and sure enough, everything was growing. And that's why I say that you can say that the soil's bad here or whatever. It's not. If you sit on it, if you give it vibrated water, there is no bad soil. And you'll find that out for yourselves. Like it's amazing, and we've seen it up here, and where it's been pushed off with a bulldozer, and there's no topsoil. It's all rock. You just need to sit on it and vibrate it, and put the vibrated water on. Sitting on the ground is really important to vibrate the ground, like especially when we have like 50 or 40 yogis, and so we can start to do some more practical things that perhaps the next time we get together or something. But just for today, we just try to cover the broad aspects of vibrated water and experiences and using it in homes. So thanks.
Question. How did Shimabaji advise Paul about the insects?
Oh, the insects. Oh, yeah, she said about
Insect.
insects.
Okay.
So the question was, how did Shimaji advise about the insects? You just put more vibrated water on, and the insects, they can see infrared. So when they're flying along, if the plant's got a weak infrared aspect, that insect will go for it. And so that's why you have some insect attack. But the more you can get, so down on the farm here, like I've had it from a few times from people who are like, oh, there's insects here, there's drama, so, and yogis are the worst because they just go and grab a bottle out of the shop and spray it. And so we've got to just get away from that. It's conditioning, that's Bayer conditioning. So you've got to go and get more your vibrated water and put the vibrated water on. You've also got to realise that nature's doing her job too. She's not static. And so that insect flying along, seeing that grass that's weak or whatever, or cauliflower that's weak, they're taking that out. That means that they're keeping the genetics at a high level. So losing a cauliflower or plant sometimes isn't such a bad thing. The thing is that what's different about this is also, I've done some infrared work, I need to do some more, but you definitely get a lot more infrared with using the vibrated water, so you can help to get the defence mechanisms going, and also there's always going to be, just to realise there will be some attack in some way, because that's what happens in nature.
Nature, yes.
And the other thing is that I always get questions about slugs, and people want to chop slugs up, and I've picked off 100 slugs.
Slugs, yes.
Do you want to comment on?
In science, we have found a couple of names, and we believe the Mother Earth is just something in the system, because we found atom, and nowadays the atomic age is the best thing. But in other occasion, I would like to talk about atom for you, and which connection is there our deities with the atom, and we would be 100% understanding everything is the same thing is in our body. We connected it. If its connection is there, it would work out. If it's not connection there, you can try it how long you want, it was not possible. That Mother has given us a capacity, that is the Kundalini. Understanding this world, the Kundalini make us to connect with everything at the world. I am not telling at the planet Earth, at the world. We are connected everything. We are not aware of ourselves because everything is coming from this Kundalini.
Is there any other question? Okay.
Just to say, have you ever, at the National Centre in the UK, got a really bad clay, so we've had to put a lot of organic matter down to grow vegetables. And one thing we did, which we thought was quite amazing, is we just used vibrating flowers and puja.
Yeah.
But we did understand, people said, well, there's a lot of chemicals in things to break down. So we let them rot for at least 6 months, and we create this organic matter, and we have really good results, because we just did no dig.
Yeah. Yeah. So the question was, in England, they used, they got a heavy clay soil, and they used the flowers from mother's pujas as compost in the soil to get the organic matter up in the soil. That's correct, yeah. The thing is, what you can do is also the chemicals that may be on the flowers because you're buying them and things like that most of them break down under ultraviolet, and the compost should be, if it's done in the right way, it will heat up and deteriorate the waste. But the thing is also, this is where we here are wanting to grow more, not only vegetables, we want to grow the flowers for Mother's Puja, and I'll just briefly touch on this. I was in Florida just 4 or 5 weeks ago, and there's a yogi there, Anil, and his good friend, and he actually does all the background work for carbon trading. So he's actually going in the forest and working out how much carbon. When I say carbon trading, they work out how much the value of the carbon dioxide being taken in by the trees is worth, and things to allow these people, like for example, Apple will buy carbon credits to offset their carbon, putting carbon into the atmosphere. I mean, it's all a little bit. Anyway, that's what he does. So I said to him, he said, you know, come and have a look at this. And he's only got a house which is, you know, a small area and a compound in Tampa, and he's got his plants growing there on vibrated water and everything, and they're growing crazy. But what was really interesting to me was he was taking the amaranth from the pujas and using that in his, because he's growing like in a sort of closed, it's not a hydroponic system, it's just a closed system that he's growing in. And we were looking at the roots of these plants, and we were seeing like mycorrhizal fungi, and everything was going bananas, you know, with the amaranth. Like, and I'm not joking, like, I wish I had some photos here, but they, you know, like you had nodules on the roots of the plants, and these are like pawpaw and things like that, where they'd attached, the mycorrhizal had attached to was growing out. So when you use Shamaji's puja, you know, for puja flowers and the amaranth, you can all, they're going to vibrate things as well. So I'd be really interested to just see if you were getting the same results up on the flowers, you know. And
Invite him, in fact.
yeah. Oh well, don't worry.
I mean, their problem is labour.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
But people see reading, they don't want to know.
Yeah, no, that's all
And they
right.
want to sow seeds, They want a harvest vegetable, but
Yeah.
nobody wants to do anything.
Yes,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
usual.
So we actually, it's quite interesting, quite a timely thing you brought up there, because we actually made the first plant-based herbicide in the world from some comments that Shimoji made to us in New Zealand. And what happened in New Zealand was that we were driving Shimoji, and I was talking about a tree, a native tree in New Zealand, and she turned around and pointed it that way and said, "Oh, there's a Roman pines, and you can do a lot with Roman pines." And I didn't really understand what she was meaning at the time, and so I just said this to Shimoji, and you know, like 5 years later, I was driving down the road, and I thought, hey, there's nothing growing under these pine trees, you know, like, and so we started to look at it, and we found that it was 2,400 fractions or chemical fractions in the pine tree, and then we found that we isolated down the fractions, and we found that they had a herbicidal activity, and we made the first plant-based herbicide from pine. And then I didn't know this until 2 days ago, but apparently when Shimoji was in Australia, she said the pine tree is a holy tree, and that it's that was just news to me, and I thought, now I understand so much, like, you know, why it's working and why it does these things. So if you want some, I can organise some for you, and you can give it a try. And also, the pine will increase your organic matter in the soil by 1% every year if you just use it as a herbicide.
There's a talk from Nightingale Lane, I think it's Guru in 1985.
Yes.
She talks about when the yogis walk on the land and play, they can use it for healing people. So whether that's for growing food or...
That's true, because at Kalajahari, a 99 puja in New York, when we went to Kalajahari, she got us to jump in the ponds at Kalajahari and rub the mud all over us. And she said, do as much as you can, like rub it in your hair, rub it in. And then I found out the other day that Shimoji sent pendants of the mud from Kalajahari to India for the Indians to have as well. So, you know, your comments on mud are pretty much there. Yeah.
So let me finish our thing, our day began. Let me go 5 minutes in meditation again and finish it, our sitting. That is all theory. We can talk easy, but practice is that we feel it. If we feel the vibration, if we feel our kundalini, if we feel the silence in us, if we are in silence, that is meaning we are there. Don't try to analyze it. Mother, your children, they are sitting here, they are proud. They are all proud to be your child. We are proud. You allow us to take your name in our mouths and tell the people about you, about vibration, and give the people that what they are expecting. Another word, Mother, we love you. Thank you very much. Giving us 3 this opportunity. Give yourself Madame Grace Kundalini. Thank you. If you have a question, you can ask private.
Later we can stop outside.